Hi Aries, thank you for joining me to my new and my existing viewers. This is a general reading, having a look into what's coming up for you. 8 of Wands, 10 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, the Hermit card, 3 of Wands, and the Magician. I love that you've come up in your own reading here, Aries. This is powerful. What a way to end the year. Quick overview. We have here a happy ending, a union, reconciliation, love, friendships, relationships, and marriage in the forefront here. Also negotiations coming in because of news. Long-term planning is happening ahead here, Aries, so you're starting to think seriously about your future now and making those changes this month. So that's very, very exciting. Let's start off with the 8 of Wands. This is all about news, synchronicity, the arrows of love. Some of you are infatuated with someone. The arrows of love point to the 10 of Cups. You're leaning towards a relationship, or there's someone that's in your life around you, possibly a fellow fire sign, a Virgo, Taurus, a Capricorn, maybe even a water sign here as represented by the cups that's around you it's almost like you're receiving signs, Aries, about this person. Now, whether or not you consider them as someone that is love potential, maybe you work with them, maybe you are in sales with them, you have a work relationship, a working relationship with them. However, I feel like you have arrows of love. You could be very smitten this month with someone that comes into your path here. Now, as I said, you might already know this person, or maybe you've stepped away from this person for quite some time with the Hermit card here, but I feel like there's news coming in regarding love, commitments, and relationships. So this could be yours, or this could be from people around you, siblings, parents, best friends, extended family, etc. But the 8 of Wands point to a bigger picture that's taking place here. So things are starting to add up for the long-term future, Aries. I feel like this is a momentous month for you because you're building your future of what will be something you will embark on for a very, very long time here with the 3 of Wands. So if you're entering a relationship this month, which for some of you there is a relationship that's happening here with the 10 of Cups, whether this is someone that's already married, already has children, whether this is someone who is wanting marriage, wanting children, wanting commitment, there's someone very bright and outgoing and optimistic and creative and nurturing that's coming forward for you, Aries. So this is very exciting, and I feel like this person will be in your life for a long time coming. There's some sort of journey you'll embark on them with, because the 8 of Wands is this news, synchronicity, and things aligning. So I'm inclined to say for some of you it's definitely in regards to a relationship that's starting to form. If you are already in an existing relationship, as I said, you're building the foundations for a future. So you're planning children, planning a family home, planning to make those massive changes or reach those milestones, Aries. So it definitely is a major month for relationships. You're working from the ground up. Now, the 10 of Cups can also symbolize children. So for some of you, there could be the notion of pregnancy or planning for children or welcoming children that you haven't seen for quite some time due to studies or due to life events getting in the way, etc. This is a card of reconciliation. So for those that have grown children, I feel like you're hearing news about their future somehow, whether it's a new job prospect, whether they might be traveling abroad. I feel like there's a momentous change happening for either you or for someone very, very close to you, especially children, those that have teenage to grown children out there. But I love what the 10 of Cups represents. This is happiness and harmony. So I feel for a lot of you, I feel like harmony is coming in for relationships, which is really, really beautiful. I feel if this is a work, if we take this in a work context, I feel as though with the 10 of Cups here, there's reconciliation and peace that's coming forward in work. So I feel like it's for a long time coming though. So I'm inclined to say that for the next maybe 3 weeks, 3 months even, it could be very, very smooth sailing for you at work. So harmony, balance, and reconciliation. And mediation, if there's ever been any trauma that's happened at work, gossip or drama or anything of the sort, Aries, this will be worked through because you do have the 3 of Pentacles as well. This is about negotiations, compromise, sacrifices will need to be made here, Aries. And I'm wondering what it is that you're sacrificing here. Some of you have to compromise for the future, I see. Now, this could be in work as well. You might have to stick it out at a certain role for 3, something to do with the 3. You do have 2 3s here. So it could be for 3 days, 3 months, 3 weeks that you have to compromise a role in order to bring about a bigger future for yourself. So be prepared for that. It might not sit necessarily well with you. I can see that it might not be received very well by you, Aries. But remember, You know, it could potentially hold the power for something very wonderful in the future for you career-wise. So maybe this is something you need to talk to your boss over, or a colleague or someone you trust at work if this is the case. For those that are trying to get interviews, I feel like you're going to gain employment. You'll hear news from this employer very, very soon. The interview will go quite well, but I think it's important you show your mediation, problem-solving skills, succession planning, business implementing, all your skills and attributes. You push that forward, Aries, which I have no doubt that you will do, because I do see you gaining something that's going to be in your future for quite some time, and this is the new beginning you're waiting for. You hear news from the beginning, and then towards the end of the month you'll definitely have the offers on the table, so to speak, here with the Magician card here. So I like that, and it's right in front of you, so it's in your hands, I feel. Now the Hermit, some of you might have an earth sign, in particular a Virgo, that is around you, or this could be the kind of energy you're feeling. Maybe you're going through this Hermit stage. You need to just withdraw, you need to rethink. Maybe you're being a little bit self-critical of a situation here. Because the Hermit energy can be quite a self-critical character, because he's so analytical and logical. He weighs things up from this analytical point of view, ruled by his head, and this is when he comes to these conclusions. So as I said, as much as you're laying down the foundations for the future, you're thinking about things really, really seriously now. You're pondering some serious changes. For some of you, it's an overseas change potentially with the Three of Wands here. This is a relocation or overseas change, possibly visiting family overseas, or family or friends visiting you from overseas. Possibly reconciling with an elderly figure here. It could be a parent, a sibling, a grandparent as well here. And you know, I feel like if you're making new friendships with which the Ten of Cups can represent as well, I feel if you're making these new friendships, these people will be in your life for a long time coming. There's something you'll need to learn from this person. Some sort of experience, maybe it's a life lesson, but there's something of value here for you to learn, Aries. So for some of you that have even broken up and have had some time apart from a relationship with the Hermit card, I feel as though this person is going to show up again in your future. And they're going to propose an offer to you. I feel like they're going to give you or tell you something, because you have the offers on your table here with the Magician card. For those that are moving overseas or have been thinking about moving overseas, I feel like you'll have enough resources. I feel like in the physical realm you have all the resources you need, Aries. I just think you might be a little bit capricious about making this move with the Hermit card here. Maybe you feel like you're past that age where you can be adventurous and seek adventure and passion and hobbies or change or wanderlust. Maybe you feel you've grown out of that. Or maybe you feel like you've become a recluse with the Hermit card, and you need to step out there. For those that are single, I feel like you have 3 offers, up to 3 or 4 offers on the table here. In particular, 3. And you're talking to all of them. I feel like you're being very receptive and open-minded for those that are single. And you know, there's a lot of eligible people that are around you, actually. Some of them are definitely ones that can offer you commitment, a family, or they come from a family already. They come from a very good family. They come from a background where they have children or stepchildren maybe, or they're married. You know, there's 2 3s here. For some of you, that could be a third-party situation, or the proposal, the offer to be a third party. And this is something you might need to think about, Aries. As I said, the offer will be on the table, but I feel it's to your discretion. So I feel like you need to think long and hard about this offer and what it represents. But for some of you, I don't feel like this will be sitting well with you, and you'll rethink this. For some of you, you're buying a property. You're moving into a happy family home. For some of you, if you're in a relationship, in a very committed, loving relationship that has unfolded, you're moving either into a home, whether you're purchasing the home or renting the home, you're moving into this home, and this home will actually end up being your family home, or where you fall pregnant, or where you get your girlfriend or your wife or your partner pregnant. It's almost like this is the first step, because it comes back to building those foundations, and it's almost like this home will actually be the home where you will create a family in. So that's really exciting. You might not see it yet, Aries. You might not see how it will come about, or it might be too early for you, and that's okay. But for some of you, this is definitely somewhere where you'll be very, very happy, somewhere you'll feel really safe and secure, and somewhere where you'll feel like this is a base, this is a home for you, and somewhere where you can create that as well. For some, there might be a job that's coming in from overseas, an overseas opportunity to relocate, travel, to sell a product, pitch a product. It's sort of like an opening. You know, the Magician is self-governing, so I'm wondering if you have some sort of self-governing business that you might want to start, Aries. Some of you might have that. And I feel like you're going to pursue this for a long time. There's going to be a lot of negotiations and news and correspondence and legalities that you'll have to go through, Aries. But I feel like it's a goal, it's a dream, and it can lead you to your happiness. For some, I feel like some sort of business pursuit or creative pursuit will lead you to a wonderful, harmonious relationship maybe, or partnership of some kind, but some sort of harmony here, and reconciliation, which is really, really positive. Let's lay out 6 more cards for you in regards to love to see what's coming up. What are the unfolding events coming in for you? Okay, Libran energy here with the Justice card, 3 of Swords, the Temperance, the Fool card, 5 of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, interesting dynamic for some of you, Aries. 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords. Some of you are definitely in a third-party situation here, in a lover's triangle possibly, because the Fool card is also here, which shows being naive in a situation, Aries, and I think it's to do more with you. I think you're on the outside of what is potentially 2 other people involved in this relationship. Now, whether or not someone is cheating, that's of course a different story. I do see some of you will be walking away from someone here, leaving them behind, or just left really gobsmacked by how they might leave you very, very quickly. Again, this won't apply to everyone in relationships. It's only to some. For those that are dealing with another person, I feel like if there's an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in particular, a Libra has come up in the cards here. This person might be the one that's actually doing might be delving into a third-party situation. So whether it's you, it might be, you've come up as the Magician, or whether it's someone else, I think there's another person that's involved here. For some, I feel like you're choosing between different people. You know, the 3 of Wands in the general reading, the 3 of Pentacles, the 3 of Swords. You definitely have a lot of choices, Aries, and it's time to make a decision, because someone can give you a very wonderful relationship, or can give you harmony. They can give you stability and trust. Some of you are a little bit capricious and you're not ready. You're not ready to let this person into your life with the Hermit card. You're not ready to embark in a relationship with them because you're fearful. Maybe you don't want to be played as the fool again. Maybe you think they're not meant for you. And for some of you, you're absolutely right. The Temperance card is here showing you that something better is coming in on board. So as I mentioned in the general reading, a lot of the decisions you'll be making will affect you long term. And this could certainly have something to do with your romance and relationships. There is contracts coming in around some people here though, with the Justice card. So whether this is starting a new business with a loved one, with a partner, whether this is moving in together, renting a home together, discussing finances, setting up a life together in the physical realm, absolutely possible. Also travel documents for those that are wanting to travel. There could be a meeting taking place, arrows of love, a spring fling, smitten behavior, physical attraction that can grow into something more promising is also on the cards for you, because the Fool card just embraces what's in front of him. And you did have the Magician. So for those that are single, you're definitely embracing new offers in love and new encounters in love as well. So I think you've got a lot to look forward to here. And you know, you have that 2 of Cups energy with the Temperance card here. This is a Sagittarius that's coming in. that's quite prominent for you. Maybe this is the person you've been waiting for, Aries, and maybe they're here, and maybe this is the start of something really, really beautiful, and you're going to sail into the sunset together. Absolutely possible. But for some, I definitely feel like a third-party situation. You're going to leave. There's 3 people involved here as well in the cards. Have a look. You might turn your back, but I feel like someone's going to pursue you, even though you might find out that they're either talking to someone else, or there's an ex in the picture. Or even if they find out that you're talking to someone else, Aries, they're still going to pursue you. So someone's still willing to negotiate and compromise with the 3 of Pentacles you had in the top right-hand corner in the general reading. So someone's still willing to compromise. Someone is wanting stability. It takes them a little bit longer. The Knight of Pentacles is present, showing this methodical approach to love. So someone's cautious. Maybe someone's been hurt before, Aries. For some of you, I feel like some are definitely going separate ways. Look at that. Karma. Things are exposed this month, whether you want them to be or not. There's news coming in, definitely news around a relationship, a marriage maybe. Things are exposed, and it will divide the 2 of you, and you might go separate ways. That's not to say you won't come back together, because you absolutely can. There is a reconciliation with the 10 of Cups underneath here, so it is possible that you come back together, but I just think you'll be divided between something here, Aries, so that's quite interesting. Bit of a contrast to the general reading, but I've tried to extract the messages from the general and apply them into the in-depth love reading. So I hope that's been insightful for you. Let's have a look now at your career and creative pursuits. For those that have self-governing businesses, working for a company, corporation, wanting employment, let's have a look and see what we can pick up. As I said, interviews are coming up, offers are coming in, and for those that are starting new work or starting at a new company or a self-governing business, this is something that you'll be doing for quite some time. There's long-term potential for whatever it is that you're doing now. There's the potential to be in a line of work that you'll be into in old age until retirement. So that speaks of a lot of passion, Aries. Okay, the Devil card. Lots of meetings happening in career and creative pursuits. There could be a little bit of manipulation with the Devil card here. It doesn't have to be. There can be. I feel like this is further supported by the 7 of Wands with the Page of Swords. Uncertainty, lack, disagreements, or resistance in collaborations. Again, a lot of skilled negotiating. There's up to 3 meetings or 3 different counter-offers that will take place because you can't see eye to eye to someone, Aries. You're locking horns here because I see someone else has horns, and it might be a Capricorn, and the 2 of you are butting heads because you're not agreeing. There's no amicable agreement here, and it's going to require hard yards for you here, Aries. Not for all. The Devil card doesn't always have to symbolize taboo things and darkness and being linked to something. It could show that there is a Capricorn that you will be somehow attached to in a professional facet. So whether through a collaboration, maybe you'll be assigned a project with someone, maybe you'll be able to have to train someone up that's under this sign. That's also possible. So it's not always a negative connotation. But of course the image does show otherwise, I suppose. But look, this energy here, this is you with the Wands, the 10 of Wands, the 7 of Wands. It's time to make changes, but you're doing the hard yards is what I'm picking up here. You're making those changes because you want something different. Some of you want to move forward, but you're fearful, and it's time to come into your power. Take all the time that you need with the Hermit card to think over your career, to think over your direction, to think over maybe a career change or a job change or changing to different departments. There is an offer for some of you. So as I said, those that are attending interviews, that there's possibly up to 2 different offers that are going to be awarded to you here. One from the Knight of Cups and the other from the Hand of God here. They both look quite promising and are both closely aligned to your passions and interests, which is good. The 7 of Wands could even just symbolize lots of competition for you, Aries. And this could be, you might find that there's several people attending the same interview, or it's quite a competitive market that you're trying to get into as well. But there is new starts, new beginnings with the Magician card. So for some of you, that's definitely on the horizon. Lots of meetings with people is what I'm seeing here. For those that are looking to complete a project, I feel like you're almost at the finish line. So whether you're starting or completing a project, I feel like this will be around you for quite some time as well. That same sort of energy, that's stable energy that's around you. So stability in work projects as well. You know, there's a lot of hard work and dedication that's being put in, and this could be an air sign. This could be you with the Page of Wands. I just want to make sure that no one is around you trying to take you for granted and piling a lot of work on you. And I guess for some of you, this is when you might communicate something. There's news, there's negotiations, so there's some terms that will need to be discussed in regards to career, perhaps because of duties, roles, responsibilities, maybe pay. Maybe you'll have to renegotiate pay because if you're taking on more duties, you may feel that you're entitled, and you probably are, to more money or benefits of some kind. And you know, there's someone hesitating to step forward and say something. Page of Swords is holding his sword. It's very flimsy, so it's not secure. Someone's not thinking straight, or not taking the right approach is what I'm seeing here, lacking the confidence to take the right approach. I don't think that's you, Aries. You're pretty confident. I mean, sometimes you can be a little bit more timid, but most of the time you're generally pretty aware of your surroundings. You're pretty self-aware and aware of what's going on around you. So, you know, maybe something to think about in terms of career and creative pursuits for you this month. But all in all, I hope this reading has been insightful for you. Thank you so much for watching, Aries.